time you gonna sleep with your wife? And they be like, that ain't your business. Exactly. Because you cannot win in this conversation, if you ask me. You cannot win because if you do what you want to do, you're wrong. If you do what the people say you should do, you're wrong. How can you be wrong in both situations is what I'm trying to understand. But
maybe just stay there your whole career and leave at the end of it like Kevin Garnett.
He didn't even leave at the end of it. He got traded.
I'm just saying. Maybe you got to wait till. Yeah.
So in other words, just get pimped out.
You get pimped out, yeah. That's what they want. That's what they want.
Speaking of getting pimped out, Stan Van Gundy is the new coach of the New Orleans Pelicans. Thoughts on that?
I mean, he known for being a teacher. He get the Orlando Magic when all of them was coming up to play. He even took them to the championship. I mean, I think it was a good hire, man. As long as you don't have him making decisions like they was doing in Detroit. I mean, I can see the guy.
I guess. Stan Van Gundy, when he was in Orlando, we got to do it with the star. Even where Howard kept bumping heads. I mean, I'm waiting for the shoe to drop for him and Zion to get into it. Probably. As far as it goes, he was an analyst. I guess they had to get him out the ESPN studio as quickly as possible and get him on the stage. We'll see what happens.
It's a wasted hire. It's just another retread. It's a bunch of nonsense. He didn't do anything with Detroit. I don't really remember I don't know if he got the job or Shaq got there with Miami or it was afterwards. I don't remember totally. But Stan Van Gundy is a personality. Stan Van Gundy is a solid coach, but I'm forced to question his ability to create a winning culture when you don't have Dwight Howard in his prime, or Shaq and Dwayne Wade on the come up. Shaq after his prime and Dwayne Wade on the come up. And then, I don't know. If you're going to hire somebody for that team, if it's me, you hire someone who is on the uptick or somebody new or somebody who is an established winner. Hell, if you're going to hire somebody that's old, hire Larry Brown. Because, hell, Stan Van Gundy is Alvin Gentry. He's just white. He's just white. So, I don't get it. It's just another situation to whereas you got a bunch of people getting jobs who are getting passed over and nobody saying anything. And everybody going, well, he okay, but the last dude was okay. And the dude before that was okay. And it's just a waste of time if you ask me, and I'm just sick of looking at it. Salute to Michael Jordan. On that note, salute to Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan has opened up his second clinic in the Charlotte area. His initial clinic is being used as a COVID testing place, man. Big ups to Michael Jordan for doing that, man, because he's received a lot of flack for not giving back to the community. And at this point, he's made some statements lately. And if you look into his portfolio, Michael Jordan is a very philanthropic person. A lot of people don't acknowledge that, but at this point, he is showing it. I don't know what's making him go public. Maybe he's tired of the backlash, but I don't know. Larry Brown is a great coach, but he's old. He is as old as Headwater from the Last Supper. Being effective is being effective, though. That's from my man RC. Larry Brown and just about outside of getting screwed over by my man Isaiah Thomas, Larry Brown has been effective wherever he's gone. Larry Brown develops culture, a winning culture. Hell, let's just go back to the beginning of it. Let's go back 30 years, and Larry Brown developed the Spurs culture. And Larry Brown had Greg Popovich as one of his assistants at Kansas, and then he took him to San Antonio and the San Antonio Spurs. Then he goes to Philadelphia, him and AI, Captain Jack, and all these dudes swear by him. He go up to Detroit, they swear by him. Every time Larry Brown shows up, it creates a winning culture. Larry Brown is the type of dude who wears on superstars because he is grinding after a while. But even after those superstars get him fired, they swear by Larry Brown. So, yeah, I don't know. I would rather have Larry Brown than Stan Van Gundy. I'll tell you that. With that being said,
in that regard, I do agree because Larry Brown molded. Well, I don't say molded because I'm not sure who he was, but he got to Allen Iverson. Allen Iverson bought in, and that's the person that's one of the players that we never thought would. But Larry Brown was able to get him to buy into the situation. So if he can do it with the toughest mind in the NBA, I'm pretty sure he should be able to do it now with anybody, regardless of how old he is.
The NBA is talking about starting up on Christmas Day for a 72-game series instead of an 82-game series. What's your thoughts on that?
I like that. They starting what they trying to start around December the 22nd. If they doing the bubble thing just in Florida, is it going to be, or they haven't worked that out, but I like that though, man, because it's not, because we can't go back to normal. Even baseball is not going to be able to go back to normal. So 72 is a good number, man. It still will end around the same time that it normally, like June, July, like towards the beginning of July. I like that, man. At least they is trying to look towards the future, and just in case if we still be in the same situation. I like that, man. I like the proposals that they're doing so far. I just want to know what they're going to do as far as if every team going to have their own little bubble, or if they're going to do like 2 or 3 sections, like one in Texas, one in Florida. Well, we ain't got nothing to put them nowhere here. Yeah. But yeah, man, I like the proposal so far.
And I have grown to agree with it. I remember the first time we talked about it, maybe like a week or 2 ago. I was thinking like, man, that's a quick turnaround. But I'm ready for it. 72 might still be a little too much in regards to starting on Christmas Day or starting around Christmas. So I might have to even go down a little bit more. But as far as it goes, depending on how they work out this traveling, or like Aaron said, put a bubble in certain places and then rotate, they'll probably have to manage the schedule some way somehow, but that's their job. But we've already proven it can work with 22 teams. Let's see what we can do. Well, not me personally, but let's see what the NBA can do.
I don't think they're talking about bubble at all. I think they're talking about traditional NBA. I don't think they should reduce the season at all either. I think it should, if you're going to do a season, do a season. I'm sick of this nonsense about people saying the 82 games is what's hurting these players, because these players are playing basketball all summer. If we're going to count minutes like they do in the NFL, count hits and count games, then restrict your players from playing basketball in the summer, just working out, staying in shape. But it's just, I think, me personally, I would let the shit go through the entire summer. I don't care what, I'm a baseball fan, and a lot of people love the game of baseball, but baseball is a thing of the past at this point in regards to being the number one sport in America, or even one of the most viewed sports. We like baseball in the playoffs. simply because, in my personal opinion, we like baseball because the playoffs are traditionally exciting, i.e. the Los Angeles Dodgers tonight versus the Rays for the world, potentially for the World Championship, first time in 32 years in Los Angeles. But baseball has too many insignificant hang-ups. They have too many unwritten rules, and it makes it unappealing to the new eye. You can't do this. You can't celebrate. This guy, all they talk about is ghosts in baseball and how significant this ghost is and how you'll never catch this ghost versus other sports. Who's up next? So I think the NBA, if I was running the NBA, Adam Silver actually, obviously knows way more about running the basketball league than I do. But if I was Adam Silver, I would put, especially with this pandemic, I would run that NBA. If you can figure out ways to travel and stay healthy, I would run the National Basketball Association exactly the way I'm running it. I would have specific COVID hotels in Chicago, in New York, in Dallas, so forth and so on. I would basically own a hotel for a season for my players to come in and out of that hotel, and it will be secure, and then I will continue to play all the way through the summer because I don't give a damn what's going on. If it's a basketball game on and you're a basketball fan, you can sit your ass in front of the TV. If the COVID is still in effect next summer, that's even more reason. You have reprogrammed your audience to sit. They're already sitting in the house by and large. You have reprogrammed them to watch basketball in the summer. I think it would be better. That's me personally. The 82 games, I ain't trying to hear that. You playing basketball all year round, pick up and all that. You can play 82 basketball games, flying on luxury jets and getting spa treatments throughout the country. That's just me, but maybe I'm just a bit overzealous with it. And yeah, Spencer Dinwiddie, he is becoming his own agent. He is not satisfied with Rock Nation. What are your thoughts in regards to that?
I thought he was with Clutch Sport.
No, he was with Rock Nation.
Right, Rock Nation. No. Hey man, Cats ain't giving you what you feel you deserve. Hey, what's his name? Just went through that. The number one pick that signed with Tennessee, the defensive end, Clowney. Mm-hmm. Went through that. And, though your agent is supposed to rep you, but if you the last person to get signed and the money's drying up, and everybody is saying that they want to sign you or whatever, and you ain't getting no offer, hey man, let me do this myself then. But
say that 20% on the agent cost. You say, man. I mean, ain't no conflict of interest. You got your best interest at heart. Hey, if you feel like you know what you're doing, do it. But then don't come back. I mean, if you do get played, don't come back crying. Yeah.
Well, I don't know if it's the most intelligent move. Simply because if Spencer Dinwiddie was Zion Williamson, Spencer Dinwiddie was a marquee player in the league, then only I would say, hey man, you don't need anybody to help you negotiate. But when you are a second, third, fourth tier player like Spencer Dinwiddie, just a very good player, just a very solid player, and potentially a system player, because I remember Spencer Dinwiddie was in Chicago and he wasn't impressing me at all, but then he go to New Jersey working in that system, he started to look better. When you're that guy, I don't think you should negotiate, because you could potentially hear some things from a general manager or a team owner or president of basketball operations that may not sit well with you. And at that point, you become emotional. And when you become emotional, it is a very good chance you're not going to negotiate with the best interest in mind, with your best interest in mind. You're going to hear, well, you can't do this, you can't do that. And you may be thinking, yes, the fuck I can. But you're coming from a personal situation, not a business situation. So I don't know if that's the wisest thing. He did say he was leaving the door wide open for another agent. He hasn't made up his mind. But I think smart money puts you in a situation whereas you have an agent to do that negotiation. Because